Hello YouTube, I wish you a beautiful day. Not much talking. In this video, you're gonna learn 3 big fundamentals you can utilize for your games. I will also show how to apply it in an active game, and I wish you good luck in climbing. I try my best to help you, and this is knowledge breaking down for you. It's easy, you can apply it, and you can climb. I'm not giving up on you even if you do. Take care, and I wish you a beautiful day. Good luck.
My blade is yours.
Alright guys, let's start with the first very important fundamental I want you to utilize in your games. It is very simple, yet 90% of all players do that wrong. And that is when to farm and when to gank. Of course, there's one rule. So here we have the big fundamental is when to gank, okay? And when to farm. This is the fundamental. And here underscore to that is you always want to get your clear done, the full clear, and then you want to gank. Because if you gank and you fail the gank, then you didn't clear your camps, they don't respawn faster, and you have just lesser resources in total. So maximum efficiency is always get the clear done, then go for a gank. That is why in higher MMR, this is a challenger game here. In higher MMR, people always want to do the full clear first and then they go for gank. Again, if they fail it, then they're already cooked. So, underscore, you always want to first get your camps done before going for gank. And now to the gank itself, when to gank, when to farm. And this is the biggest fundamental for you. Out of those 3, it's actually the second. There's one that is even more important. But what you can take away is, and now listen very carefully, the amount of HP enemies have on a gank. For example, this. Pantheon finishes full clear. And a lot of players autopilot and saying, now I did my clear, now I want to go for a gank. So they consider a top lane play and be like, okay, very interesting, I want to gank. Forget about the wave. Wave management is another topic, another fundamental, very interesting, that doesn't matter for you right now. What I care about a lot is that you utilize that fundamental correctly. So look at him, he's not pathing topside, even though they are trading right now, he's not pathing topside, he's locked in on the scuttle. And if I was the Pantheon, I would take the scuttle and then maybe cross map through mid lane and go back to my chicken's respawn timer, you see? He doesn't even consider a top lane play, yet also doesn't waste a single second. And I see this too often that people go for a gank when enemies have too high HP. Look at his HP. If Ambessa had 50% HP, then it was already very interesting to go for top lane. Maybe you can dive the Ambessa. There are a lot of interesting scenarios. And in general, if you look at the lanes, for example here, if you were Nautilus, this is not a good gank. If you're Nautilus and you're in this bush, this is not a good gank. Forget about the wave. Look at the HP. Full HP, full HP, has sums, flash, flash. You don't want to gank it. Usually you need to wait until they trade it a little bit. And now in the same situation, Nautilus is in this bush and they are half HP. It is a fabulous gank because all is like an insta flash combo and they cannot disengage to your Q, or generally speaking, you just walk up at them and out attack them. If they're full HP, your burst damage output is not enough to kill them at a 100 to 0. Usually it's only 50 to 0, and that is why you respect the HP. So that is the reason he doesn't go top lane, and he's walking mid lane, not to kill the chase. Same situation, he's full HP, but to go to his chickens again, because that's the campy start, and he wants to do with the re-clear. And now, same situation here top lane. Nautilus goes for the gank. Now, if Gwen was full HP, it wouldn't be a good gank. There can be vision. Okay, I mean, this is fine because Nautilus has nothing else to do. But the main thing I want you to take away is look precisely at the HP bar. Here 100%, we don't want to go for play unless it's giga free because we have the biggest setup ever. The lower HP they have, the more we want to go for that. And again, if you think it is an easy thing, almost all my clients fail that on almost every single bot I do. Not a few times. Almost every game, almost every one. So you can separate yourself by the moment seeing enemies are high HP, you immediately dip and find something else on the map. There's plenty of things you can do, and then you will find a good play there. With that being said, we can jump to the next fundamental. Okay, the second fundamental I want you to learn is champion specific strengths and weaknesses. So every single champion, Master Yi, Shyvana, Mel, Karma, it doesn't matter, have their specific strengths and which they seem to be broken. That is why every champion, doesn't matter if it's Kayn, Evelyn, Master Yi, where people say this champion is broken, this champion is broken, every champion is broken, you know, by the average player. Why? Because everyone experiences something different in terms of gameplay, and when the certain champion gets enabled the most, it looks extremely broken. For example, Kayn, his healing when he fights against tanks. The same thing goes here, Master Yi in a 1v1 situation. Shyvana wants to fight me 1v1, not respecting the fundamental of champion specific strength, that I'm specifically good in this topic. Now, question for you, where is Shyvana good at? It is farming. She is really good at farming and also taking objectives pretty quickly. And in the mid late game on a long arena of fight, being sneaky to pushes and finding like 2v2, 3v3 situations where she has the first strike with instantly putting a dragon form and shooting at them. It's not that easy to find the specific strengths for Shyvana, but my advice for you is sit down with your champion, doesn't matter what it is, and see, for example, Pantheon. Where's Pantheon stronger than other junglers? And where's it weaker? And then the weakness, for example, that Shyvana with half HP, okay, that's not a specific situation here. The weakness you need to avoid. Master Yi gets burst down heavily and CC hard counters him. So if I play against the Leona, I will play in a way that I have a lot of avoidance style for the Leona and only engage on her if she already has her stuns out. And then the weakness is fully removed. The strength that I can be a 1v1 monster, that I can split push very well, I will enable. In team fighting, without flash, without ult, I'm very useless. Master Yi without ult is not a champion. That is my weakness. With ult, I am stronger than the average champion. All these things you have to learn and apply. And I will show you right now here in this situation. Shyvana wants to stat check me. Now this is around Emerald ELO, so it's top percentage of players. And she doesn't know that my champion is built for that. Even if this was a Rengar and Olaf, I would always win. Master Yi is too strong for that. It takes a lot of experience and thought through, but you can do it and you can utilize that to the max. I will show you one more situation where I thought about it and even explained it on stream, like in detail. Look at this position. We killed Karma mid lane. Oh, Karma, I think we just killed Karma mid lane. No, Karma just died, okay? So we're pushing the tower now. And then I am saying, if Karma comes, we can dive her. Because my champion is one of the strongest tower divers in the game. And look at this picture. It looks terrible. He's full HP. They have minions. I can't take the tower. Look at this picture. And in this picture, I decide to tower dive her. No champion in the entire game can do that. So if you learn properly when to farm, when to gank, then you learn your champion's strengths. You avoid all your weaknesses. You make a list and then you enable your strengths. You play for your power spikes. When you have ult up, when you don't have your items, you rather chill and farm. Then you have your item spikes. For example, Kraken Slayers and spike. Rage Bait is a spike. Your ult is a spike. Your flash up is a spike. And with that, you utilize it. And the games will be extremely easy. And now we come to the third fundamental. And I'm just going to say this here in a simple way. It is numbers advantage. With those three fundamentals, climbing should be pretty easy. And that means I will break it down in very simple concepts without explaining it in too detail. If enemies have more people in a fight than you have, they have 4 on the dragon play, you have 3, you're not going to fight that dragon. That's it. That's the fundamental. Again, that is the most important fundamental out of all fundamentals in the entire game. And trust me, use your thought now, the next games you play, and look at on the board and be like, wait a second, we outnumbered there, or enemies outnumbered here, and it will make like a click in your brain. You're like, wait a second, we have numbers advantage, we should always win that. Or wait, they have one more, like Braum is here while Pike isn't. I'm gonna respect and not take the grubbies. so I'm not gonna like dance around to the grubbies because maybe I contested. No, we are outnumbered, so I take something else on the map. Now, it may seem basic, but my advice for you, because I truly want you to help you as much as possible, is just reflect on it and think about it in detail, and you will get to so many answers. Does game review go on stream or only live coaching? I coach always in what is the best for the client. Okay? Step number 1. I always do it off stream, so it's very exclusive and I can fully focus on the client. But right now, I want to have more coachings on stream because I can fully focus, and if it's like bot review or something, then it's also always perfect because people in the stream, they just want to consume the content and learn for free. There are a lot of people that cannot or don't want to afford so much for a coaching because 90 euros is something, you know. So the people that don't have any financial issues and they want to invest into their hobbies, and they are completely free to do so, and I will help them with all my abilities. That is exactly what I offer. Anyone, like people that want to get a tennis coaching, is exactly the same, you know. And then you guys, or like some people that cannot afford it, or as I said, don't want to afford it, they can utilize it for free and just learn by listening. And I think that's just more love output into this world. And that's just, generally speaking, my mindset is you should push as much love as possible into this world, always. And you know, the beauty is also that there's no negative to it and also no limit. That means you don't lose anything by sharing love, and you can share love to billions of people in this world without having any negative. Then what can you keep the 100% win rate? Silver 1. I assume to get like, yeah, I mean, solo 100% win rate is legitimately, humanly impossible, not ever done once. Master tier 100% win rate is impossible. And I don't really care about high win rate. I just wanted to do a fresh climb, going crazy, fully locked in again, you know? Just starting, and like I didn't want to come back from Greece and instantly like just wait 25 minutes in queue. I wanted to have a fresh start, you know. Oh, Shyvana bot. Okay, that's already double scuttle. Unless I find a play. Don't skill your abilities yet. I can't. Bomb is also there. I play a double scuttle. I mean, that's just absolute in. What the, like, bro? And a lot of you guys would have kept chasing bot lane and tried to find a play. And tried to kill Twitch somehow. Or fight for Shyvana. Numbers disadvantage. You need to respect the fundamentals, and it's very easy. Here, for example, Shyvana didn't respect that I... Oh, nice. Shyvana did not respect that I counter her, and also that my champion-specific strength is that I'm very strong in a 1v1 combat position. Shyvana rules. Okay, guys. Now, listen very carefully. Shyvana should be farming and not ganking all the time. She has already 3 kill participations, which is not bad because the ganks were ideal, you know. But if a Master Yi goes double the CS already, there were huge mistakes being made. Keep in mind, this is Emerald ELO, so top 5%, no, top 10% of the best players in the world. And I am winning just by default because I know what fundamentals are, I know how to apply it, I use it, boom, we want GG, go next, you know? So you have a big opportunity, not only in League but also in live, to separate yourself with the competition. And that is a beautiful thing. I want to play for Dragon here. Shyvana usually wants to sneak Dragon, but she had no window so far. Because she had to take Grump into Wolves. She can skip chickens to rush the Dragon, but that's very int. And now I'm level 6. Also, you know that there's no way Shyvana's level 6. Because I'm stronger than her. And I had more farm than her. So there's no way she can match that, you know? I don't have a better smite than her, but we have vision control. Okay. What? She's level 6? What? Bro, what? Why is she level 6? Because she got the 3 kills. But that was an insane... And how is this... Okay, we're winning still, but wow, I'm actually impressed how fast she got level 6. Her clear was so insanely fast. I was not expecting her to be level 6. Yeah, I should have known. I should have known and played it differently. Because her clear is very quick, and if she does chickens into crack... I think she got exactly on time level 6 with the 2 kills. I think it was like the 3 kill participation was exactly enough. If she was level 5, by the way, we would always win that. Also, enemies avoided Fog of War very well. Okay, you don't want to go for a play because I don't have ult. Unless Garen is 25% HP. Oh, yes. And now, big tip, guys. This is probably... Enemies are playing it decently. I dodged the Shyvana here. I knew she's gonna shoot it like this. And I should have not comboed the Karma, but comboed the Shyvana. It would... Like, Karma is full AP mid lane, so the shield was pretty big. But it would still be the best. I can play for the grubbies. Okay, now, communication. I don't say Mel play for the grubs. I ask her. And then I ping it. Because by asking, she will make a decision, even though basically I decided. And then it's not my fault, but her fault, and she will take more responsibility. Pike is also coming. I have Kraken Slayer. I should win this hard. Now I also have my ult. Okay, now, the reason I don't gank top lane right now... Unless he runs legit into me. Is that? Okay. The reason I didn't want to gank top lane right now is the same reason I ganked top lane before. And that is, and now listen very carefully, looking at the exact HP rate from enemies. Garen before it's 25% HP. Now he had around 70% HP. That means there's a very high chance that I can kill him if it's below 25-30. People look at lanes and be like, ah, this looks gankable. For example, here, this looks gankable. It is not gankable. Twitch has 80% HP. Braum has 60%, counting the pot in as well. So you need to learn, if you want to know when to gank properly, especially with a champion that doesn't have good setup. Jarvan, Elise, all have setup. If you take a champion like Nocturne, before level 6, Master Yi before level 6, you need to learn the exact HP rates. Means here, look at mid lane. Enemy mid lane, 100% HP. I'm not going to gank this because I'm not gonna find a gank, you know? Right now there's nothing up on the map, so I'm gonna clear the ward she put there and then go for my Crux. But you see, there is no gank. Top lane, already looking more interesting, but he's still too high HP for me to go for it, so I'm just gonna go for my Crux. Oh, they're trading. Interesting, 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 you know? Now, if Zed didn't kill, then I would have for sure went there and killed them. So you can utilize enemy champion HP like Warwick W. And the moment they are lower, you want to like go for that with a higher percentage. That's how you can see it, yeah. Like it's like forcing you almost to go for a lane when the enemies have low HP. And people are like, yeah, but that's obvious. It's not obvious at all because everyone, almost everyone, doesn't do this correctly. Okay, we can push now. Karma's dead, so I'm gonna help push. There's nothing else to do. That's why I'm gonna forcefully push with Mel. Also utilizing my other strength, that if the enemies defend, I will just tower dive. Tower diving is insanely good. I should have danger ping topside. I'm gonna take one more plating because next scrubbies are gonna spawn. Did you see? It looked absolutely insanely terrible what I just did, right? And it was a successful play. Why? Because after all, I'm playing for my strengths. And Master Yi is extremely strong at tower diving. If I was Jarvan and I EQ the Karma, I would just get destroyed straight up. So you need to find your strengths, your weakness with the champion, whatever champion you play, and then min-max it. And then what will happen? Enemies will type in all chat, what the fuck is that champion? So. He's not gonna ult, right? First, we want to get prio. It's always waves first. I see this especially in low MMRs, that they don't know how to play with wave management. Like, they don't know how to have a correct wave management. And it's so sad, because game could be so much easier. For example, the chase from Kai'Sa on the Shyvana. You should just push the bot lane wave. And Shyvana's not respecting that we just get the dragon. So Shyvana wastes and look what she's doing. Look, this is exactly what tilts me when all my Shyvana coaching clients. This is what tilts me. Shyvana is unmatched on her clear. And I'm out clearing her like it's nothing. What the fuck is she doing on bot lane tower? Why is she bot lane? Can she just take her rep off and her top side camps? There's so much she can do. They just popped. The Shyvana flashed away whilst popped like a pimple. Oh, GG. Okay, that's one. And now we're gonna jump right into the next one. You need to be confident in your skill. If you are losing it after 2 losses, how on earth are you gonna take care of your future children that they shit their pants while you are busy with a client on a call and they shit their pants and you have to tell your clients, yo clients, chill a bit, my kid just shit themselves for the 4th time, and then they laugh at you while puking at you and you tilt after 2 losses in League of Legends, a hobby? You have? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You gotta learn being responsible, not only for your family, but also for yourself. With that being said, let's lock the fuck in, because this is a beautiful Master Yo-Yo game, and we are in full Emeraldo ELO. Ah! I agree, guys. I'm legit screaming too loud. I'm sorry. I'm gonna learn that. Also, a skill I want to learn for myself is that I just speak. Like the reason I scream is because I had an old mic where people didn't hear me, and because of that I'm perma screaming. That's so useless. Okay. You wake neighbors? No, brother. Brother, we have a massive house. There are no neighbors, my brother. Did you just clap Elise RL? No, that was a mosquito. Such a big mosquito. Like so big. And I immediately closed my window because I was like, nope, shut the fuck up. I don't want that there are 200,000 of those mosquitoes. Because when I laid in the garden yesterday, it was like very chill. I wanted to go to sleep, you know, like sleep in the garden is so relaxing. Bot lane, 24 CS, like spot scuttle. I want to sleep in the garden, and then a mosquito came on my arm, I'm like, killed it. Next mosquito, killed it. Next mosquito, killed it. And I'm like, bro, I can't fall asleep like this. This is so funny. It is so funny. This is the reason people are hard stuck in dog shit low. Display. And now let me explain to you why. I am on top scuttle when Jarvan is on bot scuttle. So Irelia should know at a 100% rate when her jungle is down on bot lane that enemy jungler is with her. Now it looks like a fabulous engage, but she needs to respect jungle track and she needs to respect the jungle and track the jungler correctly. The problem with this is that she thinks I'm gonna just trade kill and that's good. It is not. You should not give a jungler a kill. I can utilize that so much. Okay, top lane is kinda cooked though. But that is not because of the kill, by the way. I'm typing because if I ping on my way, then she's tilted I'm not here. If I type on my way, she already notices that that's gonna be later. 2 Ruby Crystal Casio. Very good roam from Nico. Very good. Insta reset so I can fight. I want to fight bot scuttle. I'm gonna be level 6 on that and I have perfect recurve bow. Ah, why do I go? Yeah, this game I go Bladed from King because I just want to have the sustain. And against the Irelia, I'm gonna proc it so often, and against Jarvan too. I think in this game, I don't really want to go Kraken first. Honestly, if I look at it, Kraken first is probably good if I don't need the survivability. And the sustain. And also the enemies are very squishy. I think we shouldn't go Kraken first every single game. Looking at it and... Oh my god, what the fuck are the enemies doing? They can never fight that. What the fuck am I doing? Holy shit, and then the Jarvan mode. Okay, at least we can love together. No fucking way. Nico just stopped the Irelia, and now the Irelia takes mid lane CS because she's so tilted that she loses all her top lane CS, and now she's resetting. And bro, if Nico stopped that reset, she would go AFK on the spot. She should have stopped that reset. So this is again, with 90% of the junglers, you wish to be in this position I am right now. You just full clear into full clear, find 1 or 2 plays, and then you're fully ahead in CS. You dodge the Jenna W. You save your smite. I don't have my support for some reason. I think we can still win this even without support. Oh my god. We actually won it without support. Is crazy, by the way. Enemies have to be so giga tilted. This was such a good Nico ult and Casio W. Wow. That's crazy, by the way. Staying is a mistake. I should not stay, but I already did, so I don't want to reset now. It's then inefficient. So best would have been to reset by Bladed from King. I'm gonna do Scuttle now and then reset.
Did you miss it?
Editiana donated 10 euros. We all know that was an aura flash. Relax, chat. Grüß mein lieber Hoff, du hast einen tollen Stream.
Bro. We won with numbers disadvantage. True. We had numbers disadvantage. The best play, and that's what I would have done, should have done, is just give the grubbies and then go bot scuttle into dragon. That would be the best, smartest decision. But I griefed it there. I didn't respect the fundamentals correctly. We still won because of our champions, but it was not an odd we wanted to take. I didn't like the position.
Anger gives motivation without purpose.
Bro. I die! Bro, what? I never expected to die from that tower shot. Did you guys expect I would die from that tower shot? Never. Bro, what is going on with me today? Guys, what do you mean FF15? Not a single streamer should be a one trick. In high elo. You should always do, like, Yana, let's say Ori is secondary, you know? We imagine it. You can still play 60% Kiana. And Kiana's strong. So utilize her strengths. And you don't mind it too much. Because you also have secondary options. That's for me. I don't care if Yi ban rate gets higher. Wow. Good Vega flash. But Vega knows some, so we still get tower. So we're gonna get Herald and then insta-forcefully end the game. But 20% ban rate is also not necessarily true for you, Edo Kiana. Because in your team, people would never ban Kiana. So your ban rate would probably only be... I don't know, 16, 17%, you know? Maybe 16%. So if it's 20% ban rate, then in your games it's always 16%. So it's like always fine for you technically. Okay, I'm gonna get Rage Blade. And now I'm gonna insta-end. You are a very handsome man. I appreciate that a lot. You make me blush. Dark Pawn 31. I appreciate that. Can you show your hair growth, please? I can't show that. I mean, I can show you my hair after the game if you want to. But, I mean, my hair growth is not really... Like, it wouldn't really matter if I show because of the lights, you know? You can... If the lights will always make it look completely different. Take my Rage Blade. Take Herald. And now spam ping engage. Gone Vega here. And knock him up again. Oh. I wanna push. What is Jenna gonna do? Why is she coming? I think I got enemy chickens because Jarvan fucked it up here a bit. Oh, why not? We see Irelia, we see Kai'Sa. I mean, Vega could come. Oh. I have Rage Bait. And this is min-maxing Master Yi to perfection, knowing it very well. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Massive. I don't want to be too energetic when I make these plays, by the way. Would be good for TikTok, but would be pretty bad for me because it's Emerald ELO after all, right? If I flex on Emerald ELO, it's yeah, about that. Oh my god, I won in the lottery. Because I'm healthy. Bro, guys, playing without sound is broken, by the way. Guys, this item build is so fucking insanely good. I honestly like Bladed from King first more. I like Bladed from King first more still, by the way, than Kraken first. Having sustain makes such a big difference. This was my pentakill, for fuck's sake. I had it deep in me. It was deep. Why didn't you want to flash a charm now when he was under the tower? Because I know I survived it without flashing, and my flash is one of the most powerful sources Master Yi has. Okay, Atakan into end. I took this rose. To get one passive stack, by the way. Now count. 3, 2, 1. I'm so fucking old. I'm so old. I could have easily quadra killed that. I am getting old, chat. Hi, Pat. Maybe you missed my message. What the 2 most easy champs for jungle who are inflated for a no hand, a brain dead boomer like me to climb? Oh, bro, I know what you mean. I know what the fuck you mean, bro. Yeah, Yi, well played. You are actually really good. In lower MMR, if you need a noob champ to climb, then I recommend Nocturne always. Very basic. And if you have no clue about the game, just play Trundle, okay? If you're like 45, pushing 50, we imagine, right? You're pushing 50. Just play Trundle. Master Yi is really hard. You can play Master Yi, sure. And I think it's also fine for pushing 50. But Trundle Nocturne life is easy. And also it's fun. Because as Trundle you feel like the papa that just bonks enemies, you know? Okay. Are you ready for 1v5? Bro, this Kaiser spacing is insanely well done. Woo, well played, Kaiser. But my bad, you know. The Q on Kaiser was just bad. Running at her without Q would also... it's really hard because I always dive it, you know. I think after the spacing, kiting the Irelia E, I needed to... yeah, just dip. Just dip and go for the next one, for Vega or something. Can you play a Trundle? I would actually love to play a Trundle game. You know what we can do, guys? We can do it tomorrow.